It's the Rise and Hive podcast with Liane and Melissa. It's the Rise and Hive podcast with Liane and Melissa.
Welcome to the Rise and Hive podcast.
With me, legendary Liane.
And me, magnificent Melissa.
Where connection, laughter, gratitude, and a few golden nuggets are always on the menu. And welcome to our midweek pick-me-up episode of Question of the Week. So, Melissa, last week was all things condiments. So, where are you storing your condiments? And then a follow-up of it, tell us all about your condiments. What are your favourite condiments? So, have you been on the streets? What are they saying?
Well, of course. we know we're going out there wanting to find out, having that connection, finding out about the people in our lives and where their thoughts are on Question of the Week. So, yes, well, I was actually at a family barbecue.
Perfect timing.
Perfect
Condiments
timing.
galore.
Yeah. Now, actually, I was there
Before the episode
before
was
the
released.
episode was released. So my amazing stepmom, Kay, who loves a shout out, she is a fan. She loves
Hi,
it.
Kay.
She'll be coming in. She WhatsApped me after listening to Last Question of the Week. She just, she's here for it. She'd
Can
sing
I
that.
just say though,
Yeah.
Kay, did you not WhatsApp on the number 07466
324
579?
Well, what she pointed out was, I'm the only person she sends a voice note to, and she has only just started doing it. So,
Well,
but we're building her up.
we'll
We're
plant
building
that
up
seed, Kay,
you
for
know,
next week. Next
yeah.
week.
These little things like, well, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's not what Kay said. But, we're building people up. People are coming into our voice note world now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Watch this space.
Watch this space.
But yes, she didn't know about the question of the week. And as I'm in the kitchen, putting my salad on the plate, she said, I've got a condiment table outside.
Beautiful. Perfectly timed. Chef's kiss. Thank you, Kay, for the
And I
compliment.
I laughed and I was like, amazing. I said, well, guess what? I was going to explore with the family tonight about question of the week before it comes out. So I've got a bit of content to feed back on. I was like, yes, thank you. So she actually got a photograph
I
of
need to
the
know
condiment.
more. What was on the condiments table? Talk me through it.
There was mayonnaise, there was tomato sauce, there was a chili sauce, there was a burger sauce. She did go and add some mint sauce onto it as well. There was garlic.
As in sauce or just
Garlic sauce. So
or just
yeah. No,
a bulb of?
just a bulb, some cloves. No, it was like a garlic mayonnaise. I should have took more note. Shouldn't I? I took a photograph. I did take a photograph, which I did post on the stories. So yes, it was all there. But me little niece, Poppy May, Kay decided to put this table out for me niece to sit at. She then put all the condiments back on so I could get a photograph.
Well, yes,
So
we need to see
it was
that.
like, yes, and she added a few more. She did go into the cupboard
She
just
went
so she
all
could
out on the condiments.
all out. Now, Kate openly said all them condiments are living in the cupboard.
I was just about to ask that. I said when you said she went back in the cupboard, so Kate is keeping the condiments in the cupboard.
All condiments.
How do you
are in
feel
the
about
cupboard.
that then with
I
the
know.
use by date then? So presumably, let's unpack this live. So what condiments did you have?
Well, I only had coleslaw on mine.
Oh, is that because you didn't trust the condiments out the cupboard? Is it? Are you sure?
No. There is a reason. Because there was coleslaw there, and there was some pesto or pasta salad or something, which I had to go with my salad. So that's what I was using as my
Your wetness.
Wetness, yeah, my wetness. Because I just had chicken kebab because I didn't have any of the sausage, the steak, or the burgers or anything because I don't eat red meat.
Okay.
So I was having the chicken kebabs, which were very, very nice. But I've enjoyed the coleslaw and the new potatoes.
I'm enjoying your use of the word. You word coleslaw
Coleslaw.
instead of coleslaw.
Coleslaw, yes. Very good. Well, very well spotted. Can I tell you why?
I was like, is that what you call it? I was having a moment going, coleslaw. I was like,
coleslaw, slow.
because obviously I want no part of a coleslaw because it's got the
white.
dirty whiteness in it.
Yes.
But yes,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the use of the
Do
term.
you know what I think
coleslaw.
it is? I think it's because I have to concentrate very much on coleslaw, coleslaw.
So I really hope you haven't been having cold sauce with your
I don't want
chicken
any
kebab.
of. I don't want a coleslaw. Thank you very
Not
much.
with your chicken
Universe,
kebab.
do not confuse this message.
Well, the
No,
universe could be
no.
forgiven for being confused.
Yeah, because I'm mixing it up. So no, I had some coleslaw. Slow. Yeah, we'll make sure that I'm pronouncing it very correctly. Slaw. So that was that because there was some very, very nice new potatoes that my dad had done and put some butter and some mint and things on. Very good. So I had quite a bit of moisture already on the plate.
So you didn't need any tomato sauce, any mayo or anything.
Yes.
You had the mayo through your coleslaw.
Yes. When I was a burger girl, it definitely would have been burger sauce, and the tomato sauce would have been on the burger.
Okay.
That's what I would have had. But I did get some crack off the rest of the family, by the way. So Ethan, who's my nephew, I'm going to give a big shout out to him. He's 9. He loves Rise and Hive.
Oh,
so every time he sees me, he's like, Auntie Millie. And he's like, am I one of the Rise and Hive?
Well, he's featuring now.
Yes.
You're on the podcast,
Ethan. They went out for a family meal last week while we were recording. He said, Auntie Millie, while we were at such and such for the meal, you were Rise and Hiving. And I was like, yes, I was Rise and Hiving. So he's here. He is our biggest cheerleader. Now, as he had his steak and his burger on his plate and the largest dollop of tomato sauce on, he was like, I think you know what my favourite is. And I was like, yes.
He likes the Tommy K.
He does very much. And he is Heinz. He's a Heinz snob. He does not really appreciate any other brand, although last night it wasn't Heinz that my dad and Kay saw, but he was eating it. He was eating it.
Now, I can't remember if I talked about this last week, but I'll take any old brand on the tomato sauce. I'm not a snob about it. I think I've talked about it previously, but it wasn't last week. But yeah, if anything, I quite like a cheap tomato sauce. I like it more vinegary. Putting that out there. Yeah. Just putting that out there, quite the disclaimer. Yeah. I was also at a barbecue as well, though, on Sunday, and I was presented with a condiment selection. So Michael laid out the plethora of condiments in front of me. There was mayo, there was tomato sauce, there was brown sauce. I feel there was another one in front of me, but I wanted no part of it. I wanted the barbecue. Oh, there was barbecue, brown, and tomato sauce, and mayonnaise. And then on the table there was other things, and then Michael was talking me through he likes, similar to you, a peri shenanigans, and Nando's peri people like a bit of that, but I just went for the barbecue sauce. Basic bitch on the
there was some barbecue sauce last night because my brother had poured loads all over his new potatoes.
Oh, on a new potato.
I did look and I was like, that's barbecue sauce. He also said, when I asked about condiments, Mackie D's curry sauce.
Now, I don't mind a Mackie D's curry sauce. I was only introduced to that recently. But I say recently, probably about 2 years ago, I had my first one. I was like, this is quite pleasant, actually. Yeah. But you can't beat a Mackie D's barbecue sauce up.
Yes.
I am a barbecue girl
as well. Yes, we had Kate, mayo fan. She is a mayo fan. My dad was salad cream.
Oh.
Yes. Now, our Melanie then said salad cream with her, mixed with her egg. She was very much for that.
I think I've heard this before. Now, disclosure, I don't think I've ever tried salad cream because it's white.
What? Oh, it's not white, but it is light.
Well, it's
white.
But I grew up in a house that didn't purchase salad cream. So nobody in my family ate salad cream. So it was never anything that I did eat. That might be why. So no one in my family, I never grew up with mayo. But my dad loves mayo, so now he's hammering the mayo. Like I've said, he would go through like a gigantic, I always want to say jar or tube, but it's none of those things, like those squeezy bottles. Is there a technical term for those squeezy bottles?
I would just say a
bottle.
Maybe.
Bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he would go through one of them a week probably, but we never had them growing up, which might be why I didn't try it. Danielle did say to me in the office today, do we need to have an intervention about your fear of the white sauces? And I was like, possibly.
Yeah, we could maybe think about, you maybe need to do some havening or something, you know.
Well, I need to unearth what the sauce was like. What is the fear around it? I don't know.
Yeah, because I am a saucy girl and you're not a saucy girl.
I don't mind a bit of sauce, but I'm not an overly saucy girl. Now, we did get clarity, I think, from Ed about the last week's query around, is salt a condiment?
Well, absolutely, because when I asked about condiments, his first thing he said was, I don't really like a lot of salt. And I looked and I went, that's not a condiment, because although we hadn't fact checked that, and he was like, anyway, he does appreciate Google. And he went, well, actually, it is a condiment and seasoning, because seasoning that you would use it, condiment seasoning because you would use it while you were preparing the food. You could put it in. Condiment because you would add it to the table.
Well, I'll stand corrected.
So salt and pepper are classed as condiments and seasoning.
So maybe we
So there we
need
go.
to clarify. We're talking about saucy condiments, not non-saucy condiments. Or is it fair game? Would we bring a non-saucy condiment into the mix? Because if so, salt is my favorite condiment. I'm going to put that out as a bold claim. I love salt. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. So well then as well, there was a very random thing came in. Now it's not a condiment, but it reminded me of a very 80s thing. So Rachel May, who is my brother's partner, she loves Heinz sandwich fillers. Now, can you remember these?
I do remember these. My brother used to be a big fan of.
They were a very 80s thing, and it was like, oh gosh, it was like a jar,
a small jar.
Sandwich
Shipmans.
filler.
Did you not have Shipmans paste?
Prince's,
yes.
Prince's.
Where did I get Shipmans from? Is that an actual brand? I think I made that up. I think Prince's was the brand I was thinking of.
Yeah, so that came in when we were talking about the condiments. And I was like, oh, very 80. And I know we're going off condiments, but what it reminded me of was crab paste in the 80s. Because she was having that on her sandwiches. That's what she was saying. I was like, oh, in the 80s, I was having crab paste on sandwiches. Oh. I dread to think what was in them bad boys.
I dread to think. And do they still sell them?
They do. They do, yes. I think Prince's do them as well.
I'm trying to visualise where they are in the Asda, and I can't visualise. Now, I used to work in the Asda back in the 90s, and they used to be on the aisle where you would have like your pasta and your rice and your jars of things. That was where they were located back in the 90s. And I'm trying to visualize my local Asda. I might have to go and look, but I've never sampled them. My brother Craig, IT help desk support, was a big fan. Now I can't remember what flavour he would have had. Craig, if you are listening, could you call in on the WhatsApp 07466 324579, please?
Check you.
I know. I don't. I know. Last week I said it and I got it wrong. But if you could call in on the WhatsApp and leave us a voice note to let us know what flavour of the Prince's paste or whatever it was called, sandwich filler, you were having, that would be great. We'd love to hear. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was just but these are the things that you find out when you start talking about question of the week. So yes, so I think I've covered all my brother-in-law Stephen was a Nando's chili jam fan.
Yes. Oh, well, chili jam. Danielle, big fan of the chili jam. She used to be relegated to Christmas only, but then she took a liking to it, and now it's been wheeled out for the rest of the year because it's so delightful.
You do that. You deserve that.
It's not just saved for the cheese and crackers at Christmas. The chili jam is an all-year-round staple in Danielle's life.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Don't save things for best. We deserve the things that we love and enjoy every day. So we're here to support that. So we did also, I did get a little bit more crack while I was in the office today. We had, well, not in the office, as I was walking through the car park, David was dropping Siobhan off, and he shouted to me out the car window how much he's loving the Rise and High podcast. So big shout out, David. I went and gave him a little hug through the car window. And it's like, thank you. He's listening to while he's out on his walks.
Oh, well, David, lovely to have you on board as a listener.
Thank you.
Welcome.
David. And he said his favourite sauce is chop sauce.
Now, is chop sauce like a brown type sauce? But what makes it chop sauce? What does it taste of?
I can't establish that because I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. But basically, it's David, what Siobhan explained was that he was having none of it. He was brown sauce all the time until she bought a bottle and he tasted it, and now he's converted.
So is it an elite style of brown sauce? That would be a question.
So I think it is like a brown sauce.
Can't get away with a brown sauce. It's not for me. No, thank you.
Well, I don't like it either. It's not for me either. I'm not. But that led around Siobhan sharing with us that her grandparents used to make something called a dip. And that was a bread bun that you put butter on, and then you would just put it in the frying pan to let the butter all melt and the bread bun just go crispy. So, yeah, that was just her sharing a little memory of going down memory lane of her grandparents. It's a little dip. We had, Chris was a ranch sauce fan.
Now the Americans love a ranch.
Yes.
The Americans are big fans of the ranch. That is like a solid staple, I think.
Yeah, so I didn't know what ranch was, so we explained it as a fancy, what Chris said was, we described it as like a fancier Caesar dressing. Maybe a little bit up from a bit of Caesar dressing.
In my mind, it's got a garlic. In my mind, it's just another type of garlic dressing. But I've got nothing to base this fact on.
Yes, and Gemma, we talked as well that in Scotland, that when you go to a fish shop, they do salt and sauce. Now, I'd never heard of this.
No.
Salt and sauce. So they would say, do you want salt and sauce? Like we would have salt and vinegar. And the sauce is a mixture between vinegar and brown sauce. Watered down, very strong, but apparently very, very good and very nice. So,
well,
yes.
Any Scottish listeners, Morven, we're looking at you. Get in touch on the WhatsApp and let us know.
Is that salt and sauce?
Is that a thing where you are? And tell us a bit more about it.
And then we also then led, because this is where it goes, the conversation will go about where people washing their frying pans. Because when Siobhan had mentioned about the dip, Gemma then mentioned about one of her friends when she was at uni. She wouldn't let them wash the frying pan because she just wanted all of their fat. And Gemma washed it once by mistake, and she was devastated because she went, "You've lost all of my years of flavour."
Oh, and bacteria. I'd like you to wash your frying pans,
but
please.
we did come to the conclusion that we thought that chefs, this was Siobhan and me, where chefs would tell you not to wash your pans, and we recognised that the fact checking that came from that was from Gabriel from Emily in Paris. So anyone who watches that will understand where he said don't wash your omelette pan. So we don't know whether all chefs do that or whether it's just the hot chef of Emily in Paris.
Well, if we have any chefs that are listening, please don't get in touch. Let us know. Are you washing your pans? Is that a thing? Is it a made-up thing?
Yeah.
Talk to me about the hygiene and the bacteria there. How are you maintaining your food hygiene standards without washing your pans? I would love to hear the answer to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's all my condiment crack. Have you got anything you want to add in?
We have had Anne come in on the WhatsApp.
Thank you, Anne.
And on the condiment question, firstly, I was drying my hair while I was listening, and I thought you said the question of the week is about condoms, and I'm like, well, this is taking a turn. And yeah, split second later realised you meant condiments. If it's white, so mayonnaise, salad cream, that sort of thing, it lives in the fridge. Like mine don't have any dairy in it, but that belongs in the fridge, like no questions asked. Ketchup, brown sauce, barbecue sauce, in cupboard. I feel like, why would you have that cold? Because it doesn't work, does it? Because room temperature, because that's going on, I don't know, because I don't really have it, being Rich does. But they're putting, I don't know, they're dipping chips in it. So why would you want to dip a hot chip in a cold sauce? But then actually Rich has mayonnaise and that's cold. Oh.
Well, we went on a journey there, didn't we? We went on a journey. So she started off going, well, mayo, it's got to be in the fridge. But then she was like, you don't want to be dipping your hot chips in your cold. But then she realised that the mayo, and that was a bit of a journey. So, but obviously,
we're here for the thought process that goes through on that WhatsApp. That's the thing.
We do enjoy going on the journey with you as you're working out, as you start saying it, and you're like, oh. So very much enjoyed Anne coming in there on the WhatsApp about the views on the mayo and the tomato sauce. Now, Anne also took us back a week. She came in again. She wasn't satisfied with coming in once. She came in twice. And she took us back a week to the tea.
Oh yes,
tea and
because
coffee.
We mentioned Anne and her love of matcha in last week's question of the week, and she come in to clarify that yes,
she does indeed have double standards.
Yes. Good morning, ladies. I have got double standards when it comes to the paying for tea. So I will not buy branded tea bags. I don't know, what is it? It's over a £5, but it's £6, maybe £7 for, I don't know, 200 Yorkshire tea bags. Absolutely not happening. But did I spend £6 and 5p on a iced matcha latte at the services on Sunday? Yes. And would I do that every time? Yes. But it's worth it. That I don't know, people call it grass, say it tastes like grass. It's bloody delicious. I'm in London today and I will absolutely be getting one when I get at King's Cross.
So I knew it. I knew I had seen Anne with those matches, and they are a do-you-do, £6 and 5p. Wowzer, she is splashing the big bucks on the matches. But when I was saying about the double standards, I wasn't necessarily meaning about paying for like tea bags as such. I meant going into a cafe or a shop to buy a cup of tea. So if you would pay like £4 for a tea in a shop, a bit like what Jo Marriott said, she's like, it's just a tea bag, some water and a bit of milk. I'm not paying that. But what Anne was also saying is she's not paying for the Yorkshire tea, £6. No, she's not having any of that.
She won't buy the box of them, will she? She's not. I think
Absolutely not.
No.
She's not made of money unless it's for a £6 5p matcha, in which case she's got the double standards.
Yeah.
So thank you for those insights, Anne. Very much appreciated that. Now, while we were on the topic of the WhatsApps, we've also had Jenny come in.
She did, and she wasn't on a submarine this week.
She's got off a submarine. She's been on a flight, and actually, we need a point of clarity. So we told an outrageous lie last week. We didn't mean to. It was just we hadn't fact checked. We hadn't remembered, and the audio was a tough listen because Jenny was indeed on a submarine at the time. She wasn't in New Zealand. She'd actually gone to Australia. We do appreciate that they are different countries, but Jenny has come in hot off the press from a flight from Australia.
So, quick update on the old aeroplane footwear situation. I want to say I did a full audit on my very long flights, but I did heavily medicate myself and, had a good sleep. But stats are out. 0% of people went to the bathroom barefoot, thank goodness. No hooligans on my flight. Did see a high proportion, I want to say 30 to 40% of people though, going in their socks. Also hooligans, just not as much of a hooligan as a barefoot. Of that proportion of the 30-40% in the socks, I'd say easily 95% were men. Now, I'm not here to make judgments, but I am. It's men. So at least it's the ones that are pissing on the floor are the ones also standing in the piss. Because women know. They don't want to be involved in that.
So the data's in. What do you reckon?
I'm shocked.
Shocked and stunned. So
Shocked.
30 to 40% of people are, now I'm not sure how rigorous the survey was that she undertook, but she seemed very confident in the data. So first of all, she was fortunate enough to not see anyone going barefoot. So praise be for that.
Yeah.
Going to the toilet with no socks and shoes on. But 30 to 40% with socks on. And of that 30 to 40%, 95% men. 95. So,
do you know what I think's happening? I think that they're just not thinking about it. I think that they're just getting themselves comfy. I'm here for the long haul, and they're not really then thinking about the fact that they're then going into that toilet where there could be anything on the floor.
Well,
that's what I'm assuming.
Well, yeah. What couldn't be what other explanation can we have? Because it's just put your shoes on, people. That's all we need to say, really. But I'd love to know more about Jenny's data gathering technique on this 28-hour flight to Australia.
She did say that she'd also been asleep for a while, so we don't know how long this data was over. But we hear you for the stats, Jenny. We very much appreciate it.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you for coming in on the stats, Jenny. So, are you ready for this week's question of the week?
Yes, please. Thank you.
So, do you like a beige buffet?
Oh, food related.
Food related.
We love food related questions, don't we?
For our non-UK listeners, because we are international, and I think people outside of the North would know what I mean by a beige buffet, but maybe we need to clarify. So by a beige buffet, I'm talking largely pastry related.
Yes.
Sandwiches and pastry.
Quiches, pies, sandwiches, some crisps.
All things beige, basically, on a buffet.
If you looked at it, it's just beige. Everything looks the colour of beige.
Now, folk love a beige buffet. What about you?
I'm here for it.
Oh.
I am here for a beige buffet. And yeah, I mean, I have to admit, if I do a buffet myself, I don't mind a bit of beige on, but I do make a bit of fancy. I actually, at work, we do. I can knock out a very good buffet for the team sometimes, where we'll be like, we can mix it up. But I like to add in a bit of fanciness to that as well.
What are you defining as fancy? Talk me through your fancy standards.
Okay, so beige would be very much your pie, your quiche, your sandwiches. I mean, if we want to go a bit 80s retro here, I've not done this, by the way, but it just, when you mentioned beige buffet, my head straight away went to the 80s and hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs?
Well, where you were making with your pickled onion, your hot dog.
Oh, this is. I don't think this is what we would have called it down our way, but keep going.
Well,
Pickled onion,
yes.
hot dog. And...
Well, you've got two versions.
Okay.
So you're on your cocktail stick, for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about here.
Please, you clarify.
Yeah, you've got a cocktail stick and you've got a pickled onion.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a square of you've got a cube of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And it could either be a hot dog or a pineapple.
And what makes it
Because you then, so basically, depending on what you're using.
Your formation.
That could be a potato. You'd wrap that in tin foil and you'd use that to stick all these pineapple sticks into to create what would look like a hedgehog.
Okay, right.
So yeah.
I have never used that analogy of, I don't think it's I can't say the word now. I can't say it, I'll stop. Of a hedgehog, but yes, so you would do a half, I'm trying to think, would it be a pineapple that you would stick it into?
No, you wouldn't stick it into pineapple.
A potato.
Done it. It could be a piece of fruit. It will be something that it's going to be quite sturdy.
Yes.
For you to wrap a tin foil in, wrap the tin foil around it, and then you stick in your...
I've never done this. But
no,
I am all fair with it.
Yes, you'll know what I mean. You will know what I mean. But yes, that was a very 80s thing.
So
vol au vents as well. Vol au vents are a very, very beige buffet. But, so I would like a bit of quiche, but I like some roast potatoes on my buffet.
Nice. Yes, with you.
I'd like salad on. Now, I think some
Does
people...
anyone ever eat the salad though? Is the salad... Are you doing a fancy salad or are you getting a bag of those weird leaves that nobody likes undressed? Some people like to lash that out, like, why are you punishing me with that?
Well, you could have that and then you could add some nice cherry tomatoes, and they've got to be on the vine tomatoes, by the way. I'm just putting that out there already. Elite of the tomatoes.
Yes, correct.
Even when I'm just, if you're trying to keep your shopping costs down, there's certain things for me that are just non-negotiables, and on the vine tomatoes is one of them.
I'm pleased we've clarified that information.
I think everybody will be. Them normal cherry ones, they're just tasteless. They've got nothing going to them.
It's pointless. Put them in the bin.
Yeah. So
food waste bin, obviously.
Yes, of course, absolutely. Yeah, behave the environment and supporting Durham County Council on their journey. But yes, salad, roast potatoes, roasted veg. I love to make a roasted veg with them, putting some feta in, some goat cheese. Balsamic vinegar over that when I've roasted it. Nice. Put some beetroot into roast.
So this isn't a beige buffet. This is an up level buffet, isn't it? We're talking.
Yes. So
you're doing a hybrid.
Yeah. Yes. So my buffets are normally like, and as well at the Christmas one, I will just say this, because Siobhan does the Christmas buffet with me for the team. We'll get ourselves into Marks and Spencer's and buy some of the fancy buffet selection. And that's what's up leveling a little bit. Yeah. That's where I would go with that.
Okay, but you're enjoying, even if it was just a beige, like if you've got your basic pie, quiche, that type of shenanigans with a sandwich, like a half sandwich with a filling, would you be there for that? What's your thoughts on that?
Yes. Now, I wouldn't want to do it all the time. It's one of those things that...
Well, it's like at a christening, it's at a funeral, it's those types of situations where we're having a beige buffet.
Yeah, I think a beige buffet is normally a pretty turnout at a funeral. Yeah. The last couple of funerals that I've been to, the buffet was very beige. But I don't mind it. I wouldn't want to do it all of the time. But, I don't mind it. And I think at Christmas, I love a buffet. But I do get to the end of Christmas where I suddenly go, I just want a proper meal now.
Just give me a vegetable.
Just give me a proper meal now. Because I had picky food. I enjoy picky food.
See, I'm not a picky lover.
No.
I just want myself a meal on a plate. I lose the ability to regulate and know how much is a normal amount of food to eat at a buffet. So I would eat about 17 times the normal portion size without having the ability to go, would I not? Like, and even a barbecue as well. I'm like, would I normally have 4 jacket potatoes, 7 sausages and 8 buns to go with it? Like, no, I wouldn't. But then you're just there grazing along and you lose the ability.
Yeah, do you not think though with a buffet, and this is my problem with any food actually, if you're eating out, if the plate's still in front of me, if there's food still in front of me, I will keep going,
Just
even
keep
though I'm
grazing,
full.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so that's the slight downside with a
Mm.
buffet, that you'll just keep going and keep going.
Yes.
So what's your thoughts on a beige buffet then?
Oh my God, keep your beige buffet. I want no part of them. I'm not a fan. Now, this is probably the reason why, though. A couple of reasons. Number one, I'm vegetarian. So beige buffets are not normally vegetarian friendly. So usually I will go along to a funeral or a christening with the acceptance that I'm probably not going to get fed, because sometimes there is not one vegetarian thing on there. So you might have corned beef pie, you may have sausage rolls, corned beef pie, quiche might have ham in it or something like that. Then you've got, then you move in, you might have a Scotch egg. None of these things are veggie friendly. Then you move into your sandwich domain, and usually, well, first of all, sandwiches, they love putting the butter on. No, thank you for that. Then they love a bit of mayonnaise in a sandwich. So we might have egg, mayo, we might have cheese. That's usually got
coronation chicken.
Yeah, and I wouldn't eat the chicken, but all of them are mayonnaise delights with butter. And so as a combination, I'm like, this is just my worst nightmare of butter and white related foods. Now, I realise as I talk about this, I sound like I'm a very fussy eater, and I'm not a fussy eater. I just, all things in a beige buffet.
All of them things, though, were not vegetarian friendly.
Yes.
So that's the reality.
So I'm not a fan of a beige buffet overall. Now, I do like pastry. I do like pastry things, but I'm not a massive, I wouldn't want loads of it. However, I was at a christening on Sunday, for my goddaughter, and Liane made sure that I was catered for as a vegetarian. Now, Liane is she's a feeder. She is a feeder. And I think at one point she was trying to make about 7 different vegetarian dishes, and I was like, just one's sufficient. But what she did was a corned beef pie and a cheese and potato pie.
Nice.
And it was delightful. And then she also did mushy peas and gravy, and she did veggie gravy, and there was a bit of stuffing, which I was like, I'll stick that on as well. So Liam said, he was like, you've had a feast. And I was like, I'm not used to being fed. So cheese pie with mushy peas and gravy. Thank you, please. I was here for that.
All this food talks make me
I know,
hungry.
I'm starving. And then there was cakes as well. Now, I'm more of a savoury person than a sweet, but Liam loves the beige buffet. He is a big fan of the beige buffet, but pastry is at an age where he gets heartburn.
Oh, yeah. It happens to the best of them. Yeah.
So I don't.
Not just you, Liam. I hear it quite a lot in men.
Yeah, I don't experience it, but he loves a bit of corned beef pie. He loves a sausage roll. He loves all things beige and pastry related, but he's crippled afterwards. So it's a trade-off. It is a trade-off. But yeah, I wouldn't thank you for a beige buffet. I see one and I'm like, ugh. But usually if I'm going to some kind of do, and when I say do, a funeral, christening, where I know there's going to be a beige buffet, I'll either eat first or I'll just accept that I'm probably not going to eat. But I just know how much people love a buffet. They just love it. They see the beigeness of it all, and they're there with the plates piled up, and I'm like, people love a beige buffet. So it's clearly, so I am in the minority. I'm aware of this. I'm very much in the minority.
Yeah. So a few years ago, there was a pub in Durham that we used to go for our work Christmas buffet. Really, it worked very, very well. And they did like the buffet that we would all go for. And I was really strict on the things that weren't allowed on that buffet.
Oh, say more.
Pork pies.
Now, folk love a pork pie.
They're disgusting.
I know, but
so I know.
You do know you could just not eat one.
Well, I know, but I would rather sacrifice the pork pies and then put something nicer
on.
on.
Right, so you
were in charge
of what everyone else had.
I mean, I'm the organizer.
Yeah. Okay, organizer's right. Organizer's right.
Absolutely.
I think I wasn't fully listening to the first bit of the story.
Liane, you know that bit was the organizer of many a Christmas do. I was the organizer, so I was like going,
oh yeah,
let's just have a look at the little menu here. And
you'd be picking your faves. 100%.
They would always do nice hot dishes as well. There'd be a curry on the go. Yes. I mean, actually, as I was saying that, you were asking me about my buffets. So when I have family around, I'll always do a pan of chicken curry in the slow cooker. For the office buffet, I take hot beef sandwiches in. I do the hot beef in the slow cooker, and then they can make that as well. So I am up leveling the buffet.
You are up leveling the buffet. I think,
definitely.
You're not going in with this isn't a standard beige buffet.
Not.
No, it's not.
No, I don't think personally I don't mind them, but I'm not personally knocking one out. But yes, I just I thought I'm in charge of this. I'd rather substitute them pork pies when I would read the list of what was going to be on the buffet, And I was like, I'd rather substitute them for something else.
What would you have substituted for?
Well, I can't. It would depend what else was on the menu. I would ask them to change or double up on something. Now, some people thought that was really selfish, but
organise it yourself then.
But yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not here for the scabby sausage rolls or the pork pies. Thank you.
Right, well, there we go. So we would love to hear from yourselves. What are your thoughts on a beige buffet?
Yeah.
Do you love a beige buffet? Do you hate a beige buffet? Can you take or leave one? What is your favourite item from a beige buffet? Or are you like Melissa? Are you up-leveling your buffets? What are your signature dishes on your buffet? We would love to hear all things buffet related, beige or otherwise. So why don't you get in touch on our WhatsApp number? You can get in touch by 07 466 324 579. We could sing it if you'd like. Would you rather sing it?
No, I think we got that. I think we were there. I had to think about it. I just need to practice it without the tune.
Without the tune. We're working on it.
I'll do it.
We are working on a jingle. But you can get in touch on our WhatsApp number. If WhatsApp's not your thing, you can comment on wherever you listen to your podcast and we'll be able to see it there. You can get in touch on our social media on Instagram at the Rise and Hive Podcast, or you can even email us. Join us at theriseandhive.com. There's a plenitude of ways for you to get in touch and tell us your views. And if you have a future question of the week that you'd like to ask, we would love to hear.
Absolutely. And if you're catching up, I know there's a few people who might be a few weeks behind. If like Anne or Jenny today, you want to go back on a previous question of the week with your answer to that, please come in and let us know as well, because we don't mind going back.
We'll roll it back for you, baby. We will roll it back. So get in touch and let us know.
Yeah. And enjoy the rest of your week, guys.
Lots of
love.
It's the Rise and Hive.